This inside bicep right here is on the front of the pec to start. It does remain there right here. I feel it to the top slightly give way. To put this under the seam on your, like by the seam on your shirt, and then pin it on the side. This is not what we're looking for. And I see a lot of people do this, and you know what's funny? They actually promote the problem. So some people get in there and they do this and they kind of like, they get so strong with the grip. No, it's like, it's just, you know, very basic. I'm going softly in there, and then I get my right hand back on top. But what happens is, like when I watch you, it gets a little bit like this. And what happens is, you know, you get then it's almost in a position to where you would have to rotate it so hard like that, right?
I've been trying to do that a lot recently.
Pre-rotate that big time. Do it with the least amount of tension possible. You know, tension here fine. In the arms, I like to see is soft. You know, but like we talk about it. Giving blood. What I'm doing is elbow is literally going towards the center of my body. Right hand still gets back on top of the golf club. Now what's nice about that is it squares the forearms nicely, so you don't get any of this look, okay? But it also takes this elbow away from pointing back at Kevin right back there, which then ends up being this back here like this. So here we are here, and what I like about this, it actually gets the club beautifully on plane, keeps the hands in front of the center of the body. So right here, a great feeling for you is if you keep the elbow towards your body center and just turn. Like, this is a great practice swing. When I'm here, there's the feeling like the elbow's underneath my hands, like I'm supporting the tray up there. And then the other feeling is for you, because you'll be pretty body aware, you're gonna feel this. It feels like my right shoulder blade tucks back into my spine, almost like an external shoulder rotation like this, okay? And what's nice is it forces your body to turn in order to get to that position. To me, what'll make it better is you getting in here. And look see how naturally when I set up, before I start getting myself in there, it's not like a natural move at first. Like, look my right arm's high like that, but watch. See what I do? I get it in there, and now, there we go. It's kind of like, I do it with my hip bump. I'm like, like this is natural for me, believe it or not. This right here with my hips is natural. Then all of a sudden my right side high is natural. And then I just get in there and I kind of work myself into position. But you know, I'm always big on, for me at first, I'm just getting the club face down on my target. Okay, then watch, I'll kind of work myself. There it is. And then from there, you know, you can see watch how my right arm works. It really, okay. All right, so hop on in here. Let's see if we can get that going.
Are you pinning your bicep against?
You know, it's a good question. Connection's the hands in front of my body's center. So, you know, a lot of people, when they hear the word connection, they're thinking physical connection, right? Now, here's the thing. If you watch me in my backswing, my right arm is away from my body. This inside bicep right here is on the front of the pec to start. It does remain there right here. I feel it to the top slightly give way. I'm not like pinning it there like crazy. If there was something bulky enough like your head cover like this, if you ever want to do a good drill for what your arm needs to do better, here's the mistake. The mistake is to put this under the seam on your, like by the seam on your shirt, and then pin it on the side. This is not what we're looking for. And I see a lot of people do this, and you know what's funny? They actually promote the problem. That pins you back. What we do is we get this up in the front of the pec, get the arm over here, and now, you see that right there? Now I'm in position where this arm is actually rotated the right way. So really important, you guys. Like, look at the seam here. This is the no-no right here. The head cover. We've all heard of the head cover drill. This can be done incredibly wrong or very, very right. Now what I mean by that is this. Scott asked me a question. The rotation of this arm, right? We're talking about the giving blood position and then taking your grip. Not giving blood to the point where you can't get your right hand back on the club the right way, but, you know, pulling this elbow in, forearm to the sky, and then being here. Well, when I do this correctly, this arm is more in front of my body. It's not on the side of my body. So the mistake that people make when they do the head cover drill, trying to control their arm swing to the top, trying to use their body's turn to move their arms to the top, the theme is right, but unfortunately when you put this head cover on the seam on your shirt on the side, what are you now doing? you're practicing the problem. You're trapped, you're stuck, you're pinned alongside your body. Your lead arm's gonna wrap right across your chest, you have nowhere to go. What we do with our players is we move this to the front of their pec, like right over here to the right side of the pec here. Bring the arm in front. Now watch. Now look where that arm's pointed. That elbow's down towards the golf ball. I feel very connected right here. So he was asking me, does the arm connect to the body and is there pressure there? Well, for people who are built like Jimmy, Jimmy's gonna feel that a little bit more. You know, Scott's got some biceps and some pecs also. Like, guess what? He's gonna feel that more. Yeah, Mike Pitt, no chance. You know, no, I'm just kidding. But if you are gonna do this drill, regardless of your build, okay, putting it in front and being right here, I can make about a nice shoulder high swing and feel very comfortable with this. I get to right here and I just can't hang on anymore and I have to feel, and I'm still very connected right here, but I have a little bit of give right there. This is not like a for everybody drill. What is for everybody though is the pressure that you feel in the beginning and where the arm placement is. And the fact that this arm does not give away in the beginning, it's there. And if you look at this, the elbow's not connected. We're talking it's just the upper inner bicep here, or the tricep that's really on the front of my body, okay? But it's important to see that this is actually a cool drill. And at one point, everybody should take a hybrid head cover, stick it here, not on the side, on the front, get it trapped in here. And you'll see that when you take the club back, not only will that keep the lead arm down the line of your feet longer, it keeps this arm rotated properly to keep your hands in front of your body and to get your golf club on plane. So the arm's rotated more to the front of the body now. Just do some half swings. For you, little half swings will feel good. There it is. Jimmy, real quick, do you have that picture of him before? Can you pull that up real quick? I want you guys to see this real quick, because this is why this is such a good drill for him to plug away at. Jimmy was working with him to start the day yesterday, and check this out, Kev. See, this elbow on the side of the body. Okay, look at the difference right here with his elbow underneath his shoulder. Hands way more out in front of his body. Look at the buttons on his shirt and where his hands are, guys, and look at the buttons on the shirt and where the hands are. That's what we're in search of here, so that was cool. That was yesterday. When you have this structure, you're not gonna have to force things this way. You can now just go, you know what I mean? So my whole point is, from this perspective, just get the shoulder behind your head, right here. And now with this arm in the right spot, guess what? Everything's still in front of you. That's the key. Yeah, you're trying to like push it away. Yeah, you don't even need to feel it anymore because it's all there. What he's doing a good job of right now is like not enough people, in my opinion, do enough practice swings before they pull the trigger. Do enough rehearsals. You know, it's one thing my pros do a great job of is they just take a ton of time before they get the golf ball in front of them, just feeling it. Yes, beautiful right there, dude. Oh, dude. Under pressure in front of everybody, by the way. That's what I'm talking about. Nice job, brother.
At Forzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.